Alright guys, I've had this idea going on in my head for a while regarding parenting, or related to parenting I should say, and I am going to just throw it out here in kind of a simple form. Guess what else I'm going to try to do? I'm going to try not to say 400 million times. So, effective parenting. I don't like to say good parenting or bad parenting. I think when you have effective parenting, that equals good parenting. But when you say good parenting, you got to ask yourself, what is good parenting? Okay. Effective parenting. What is our goal? To get our kids ready for the world. Okay. Here is my idea after having 4 kids. One right now is 27. One is 22. I almost forgot her age. One is 19 and one just turned 13. Okay. 3 girls and a boy. Depersonalization, perspective, and choices. So right now I am just going to talk to you about depersonalization with children, okay? When you are a young person, I don't know what it is about being a child or young person, but for whatever freaking reason, everything feels personal. Okay, when your parents do anything at all, it feels personal. It completely, absolutely, 150% feels personal. It's just the way we're made. It's just the way our minds are, our subconscious, everything. So I have notes. That's why I keep looking down there. So depersonalization. One of the things, for some reason, a long time ago that I started to do with my kids was depersonalize. There we go. That was the first one. Catch. Check. First strike. It's really hard to depersonalize because when things go on between your kids and you, it feels like crap. It hurts. Sometimes they say things, do things, and we take it very personal as parents, okay? But when you let things sit. So when something goes on with your kids and you let things sit, you don't react to it immediately, it gives you the opportunity to depersonalize and step back from the situation and ask yourself what's going on, and then to take the situation and try to effectively parent, okay? So in just a minute, I'm going to give you an example of this, and you really can do this at every single age. It looks different, but you can do it at every single age. You have to depersonalize, in my opinion, to be an effective parent. You just do. So to depersonalize, you have to be able to step back, take a breath, not react, and you have to depersonalize. All right, so let's just take the average, say, 12, 13, 14, maybe 11, 12, 13, 14-year-old, probably even goes to the teens, but there's a huge glare on my glasses. Let's just take a young person responding to you with an ugly tone of voice, okay? When I was younger, I used to get told I had an attitude. I didn't like that. What does attitude mean, okay? When you're 11, 12, 13 years old, your parents are defining what words mean. So I don't use the word attitude with my kids. I use the word ugly. So let's say they respond to you with an ugly voice, okay? An ugly voice is just that. It's ugly. It makes the person they're talking to or responding to feel disrespected, looked down upon, those kinds of things. But the big one is disrespected, okay? We want to teach our kids to be respectful. So let's say your child responds to you. It could be something as simple as they don't like what the hell you're cooking for dinner, okay? And they respond to you with a voice and a face that says they don't like it, okay? Depersonalization. Let's be real. When somebody in the world speaks to you that way with a voice that's ugly and a face that's ugly, what the hell do we want to do? We want to punch them out, right? Okay, same thing when you have kids. We cannot punch our children out. So you have to slow down and you have to ask yourself, what is going on here? And you have to decide how to effectively parent. The first step of that is depersonalization, okay? Our young people are just behaving in a way that is testing boundaries to see what they can get away with, who they can get away with it with, and they're really trying to just figure out how to live with the adults around them and the world around them. So take a breath, depersonalize. When your young person speaks to you in a tone of voice and with a face that feels like shit, they are not personally trying to attack you. I promise they're not. Okay? It's just they don't know any better yet. Okay? So your young person, I'm going to use my 13-year-old as an example. She doesn't like dinner. She comes to me and I get that ugly voice and ugly face that she doesn't like it. Okay, what I really want to do is like put my hands around her neck and strangle her. Okay, not for real. Okay, don't be, not for real. But you're like, what the hell, right? So depersonalize. When you accept or put into your mind as a parent that nothing is personal from your young person, it makes it easier to effectively parent. So depersonalize. Tell yourself all the time, in the moment and not in moments, that they're not trying to be little jerks. They just don't know any better. Can I just add this in the mix? You are going to want to kill your children. Like, I am so not kidding you. Time and time again, you're going to want to kill your children, strangle them, but you're not going to, okay? Here's the thing. With depersonalization, perspective, and choices, you will survive. Your children will survive. And you won't kill them. So when you depersonalize, you give yourself the opportunity to effectively parent, okay? You also keep yourself sane from not feeling like somebody is jumping down your throat and attacking you personally. They're not. I don't care whether it is your 1-year-old or your 26, 27-year-old. They're not trying, by the way, disclosure, if you do it from if you do this from the time that they're really young, it will very rarely, if ever, happen when they're 26, 27 years old. So I just want to say that. But if you really work on depersonalizing, you will be able to effectively parent. Okay, so the 3 things: depersonalization, perspective, and choices. So that was depersonalization. I may add to it later, but in another video I will talk about choices and perspective, okay? All right, guys, have a great night.